Hello friends, welcome to C# Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. Now you are at part 2 of the subseries C#reflection method call. In this video we will discuss about the form design and what the example will do. So in the last video we created the DLL project and made it ready for our test. So we already saw that we created a constructor in the DLL. Then we have a static method and we have a member function. Now the flow will go like this. So static method, if you see, this is the static method. In both the flow, static method or member method. So here, since we are discussing about static method, if you see, first you have to load the DLL project. So the DLL name is delay load. So first you have to load the DLL at runtime. So this requires a path name and a file name. So delay load.dll at specific path, we have to provide those details, then load the DLL. This will return an instance of assembly. Then we will make use of that assembly instance to further get information as well as to make a call to the exposed functionality. So the first step is loading the DLL. After that, get the method. So that's what we will do, right? Get the method, and here, since it is a static, we will be getting a add number method. And here, if you see, we doesn't create any instance. We will simply, so only 2. Here we will pack a parameter as an array. There are 2 array. One is a parameter and another one is for value. So this one tells the type. So let's state this is a type array. Then we will be having a value array. So this will tell the data type is integer. Then this will tell what is the actual value we are passing for n1 and n2. For example, 4, 7. Type is integer, right? So once this information is available, that means we loaded the DLL, we will be having the method A, and we know that it is static, we will get that also. Then we will get the type information for the parameter and we will pack the value. Finally, we will make a call. Right? So this is the flow for static method. Once again, I will repeat, you will get the path to the DLL and you will load it. You will be getting the assembly instance. From the assembly instance, we will get the method name, add number. So we will be having the method info instance, and all we will see when we go to the specific example. But from assembly, we will get the instance to the method info. After that, we will pack parameter type in terms of array, type array we can say. Then using the value array, we will be supplying the parameter value. So we have type, value, and we know what method to call, and no need to instantiate the object. Finally, call the static method. So that's all the flow for the static method. Next comes flow for the member function. For member function also the flow will be same. First load the DLL, then construct the object. Here if you see, we are not constructing it, but here we have to construct the object. That means we should make use of the constructor. And constructor, if you see, it needs same information like the type array as well as value array. We will say that we need a type array and value array. So the constructor depends on these two, and once we have all this information, we can actually create an instance of the method simple math. So from DLL, as usual, we will search for the instance simple math. Once you have the simple math in hand, then you will construct it by passing the parameters to the constructor. After the construction, once again you will retrieve the method info. This time the method info will be multiply. So A already we used. Here we will be constructing it, then we will be making call to the method info multiply, right? So that's what we do. And if you see for static method, we simply load the DLL, then we get the name of the exposed function, we pack the parameters and we make a call. Here, since it doesn't receive any parameter, we simply create the instance and we will make a call. But if this member function receives some parameter also, then we will be following the same routine here. That means we will construct the type array, then value array, and we will pass it. And we know that this multiply function will make use of the internal member initialized here. Why? Because here when we make a call to the constructor, that time the instance will get initiated. That's why when you are making call to multiply through reflection here, it will make use of already instantiated values. So the value are already packed here, and that will go as a member initialization. Later when you make a call to multiply, the initialized member will be used here. So this is how you will make a call to static and member functions. Once you go to the specific example, you will get a clear picture on what we are discussing here. So our example will flow like this. For example, we can test it like we can give number 10 here, 15 here, and when you click the add method, invoke static, that means here we will go through the static method workflow. So this is the form, Windows form, and this will make use of our DLL project. That means it will load the assembly, then go through the workflow, and since the workflow returns a result, and that return result will get printed here, added result or something, and at the same time you will be seeing the result in the output window as well. Why? Because we are using debug.writeline. Alright, this is for flow A, and here we will be testing the multiply method. So with the flow A, we will be making use of only this add number, but with the flow B, we will be invoking the constructor, then we will be making call to the multiply. So both we have to do. That's all. Now we will go to the demo and look at the form design. Code snippet will be available in the video description, so you can directly download the code and look at the form design. Or if you want to design it your way, then follow the demo. So we already have a delay load project, right? And we have the delay load DLL as well. What you have to do, you have to right click, choose add new project, then from Windows click on the Windows application. Here if you see, we named this project as delay load, so you can put delay load here, then click OK. That will add the delay load project here. and it's a Windows form based project. So when you are adding a new project, you have to make sure you are clicking Windows application. All right, so now our solution contains two assembly. One is the exe assembly and another one is DLL, just like what we did previously. The same way we organized the solution. Now this is our form design, and our form contains a label. It's a label control. The second one is also a label control. Here we have a text box, and we are naming this as a txt number 1. This is the second text box, and we are naming it as a txt number 2. So we are naming this multi-line text box as txt info. So opted for a vertical scroll bar. Then multi-line property was set to true for this control. Once you set a multi-line property to true, then you will be seeing this grippers, so that you can increase the height of the text box. All right, we have a button here, and we name this button as a btn add, and second button name is a btn multiple. So that's what we named this button. So the form is available for download, and if you want to design it yourself, you can use this naming convention. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.